Hello there. Welcome everybody to another All New Nerds stream.
Woo!
It's Wednesday, baby. It's a Wednesday, baby.
Yeah.
Someday.
It's been too long.
How's everybody?
It's
So
been
we
too
have
long.
Leviathan in the house, of course,
Yes.
and friend of the show, Holland Marauder. AJ, how are you?
Happy to be here. Doing
Yeah.
well.
Guys, I feel like it's been too long, boys. It was
I know, we
so
haven't-
over the weekend. It was my
Happy birthday to Levi too.
birthday,
Levi's
yeah.
birthday
It was my
was
birthday
indeed yesterday.
but there was some celebrating doing on the weekend, so I wasn't able to go to Jedi Jive on Saturday, and we didn't record anything on Sunday because we got the comic show. So it's been a minute. It's been a minute, boys. It's been since Bad Batch, and even then, that was just me and Johnny. And that episode was, okay. And so, we didn't get to talk that much about. There wasn't a lot of meat to dig into. But
Right.
since then, we have had casting rumors, ablaze, and I'm just seeing now the reports coming in from Bespin Bulletin about confirming the thing we talked about last week, which was the Inquisitor stuff. So
Yeah.
a lot going on. So yes, Rosario Dawson, the one and only Ahsoka Tano from Chapter 13 of the
Well,
Mandalorian.
not the one and only.
I clarified she's the one and only in Chapter 13, unless Ashley was there. Hold on.
I know I saw that.
The hot take.
Hot
I don't even
take.
know how
Wait,
hot
have
that
you been
take
watching
is.
Rebels?
I have been. All right, Darth Maul Lego. I was sort of with you, but then I started rewatching
Absolutely
it.
not.
And I really
All right, I have
freaking
a
like it, man.
I really didn't like it, dude.
Yeah.
He really.
Dylan, have
And
you-
we know that Darth Maul Lego is in good faith. Darth Maul Lego is
Yes.
not. I don't know about flaming garbage. We'll talk. I'm gonna
Hello,
talk.
Brent.
Hey, Brent.
Hello, Lavelle. Hello, Millie. AJ, what were you saying?
Did you watch all of Rebels before and you didn't think it was good, or you watched like season 1 and didn't think it was good?
I watched it all.
Okay,
Like,
just check.
I mean, I watched season 1 and then I fell off, and then I was like, oh, Thrawn's here. It looks cool, and then
That's
I
very
went back
later
and
on,
watched
but
it.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool, because I
Okay,
fell
okay.
off after season 1. But since then, and my rewatch, I'm on season 3 right now. It is
Explain
good stuff.
yourself, Thanos Copter Man. Explain yourself.
Thanos
Flaming
Copter.
garbage.
Rebels.
Oh,
He
wow,
just
on
said it.
cue.
He just said it
On
right
cue.
before.
Well, Thanos Copter is cool, so I mean,
Yeah, that's true. That's a
Thanos
tough.
Copter
That's a
is
tough
cool.
battle.
Darth Maul
Actually,
Lego. I
fun
know.
fact,
I
his his double-edged sword in Endgame.
Stop. You always say this
represent-
fact.
Is actually the
I
blade
don't
from
think
the
it's real.
helicopter. Yeah, fun fact.
I don't have my headband today. Is that what Lavelle's referring to?
The Naruto guy. Must be.
Yes,
I don't know.
it must be. Because
I guess
Lavelle is
I know 2 things about Naruto. The
Plug your
run
headband, by the
and the
way.
headband.
You can buy those if you
The
guys are
run goes pretty
interested.
sweet.
Yeah.
You still have some
Thanks for
on
the
your store,
plug.
right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, we've got a new batch coming in, so we'll have some of
A
those.
bad batch.
New bad
A
batch.
batch of bad
No,
batch.
that's a good batch.
Bad batch headbands.
A good batch.
Yeah.
Bad batch. Now explain yourself, Darth Maul. Like, what don't you like about Rebels? Because I think
Hey.
Rebels is one of
Okay,
the best.
no,
He doesn't-
we're not
he
doing this,
doesn't
Levi.
like
Star
We're
Wars
not
story.
doing this. No, we're not.
I'm
doing
curious.
Let's get him in
No,
here.
let's
Let's get him in here.
Let's go a little more in depth.
Let's all dogpile them.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
I
But
don't want
anyways,
to dog.
Rebels is-
I don't want to
Rebels is
hear what he
good.
has to
We're-
say.
We're
well,
we
No,
love Rebels on this.
We
on
can't
this,
all
on this
agree
show.
on that.
I mean, animation
Anyways.
is all preference. So if he doesn't like it, or if they don't like it, whatever.
Fair enough. That's
Yeah.
where I'll put it.
I don't-
well,
a
as
small
people
thing,
start,
a small thing that bugs me in Rebels, and I guess you guys don't want to stay on the topic, but the thin
I'm
lightsabers,
willing.
the thin lightsabers. But I understand it's based off
Yeah.
a lot of the
It's
Rebels
all-
animation is
All
based
the
on the
Rebels is
Macquarie.
meant to look
Macquarie.
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
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 No, we love you, Darth Maul Lego.
No.
Levi just got personally offended.
No, I want to know what he doesn't like.
We've all been
No,
there.
I didn't.
Because look, he's like he doesn't like the animation style, but yeah, that's what AJ said. Like if you stare at it, it looks like you're looking at a Ralph McQuarrie painting.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
intention.
That's fair.
It does.
I mean, I don't love the art style either. I mean, I've
But
gotten used to it.
They have
but
made a point of that in like the documentary for the show. So
right.
I think it looks
artistically, it's
very
based-
nice. Whereas like the Clone Wars animation is meant to look like wooden maquettes, which is really
Yeah.
cool. Like that's like carved wood that's been painted.
Yeah.
Um,
which is what I prefer. Which I wish what was Rebels looked like in the beginning, but
I don't know. I think both have their merits, and I'm glad both exist.
I do. But it's just like it gets.
And we love Rebels here, and so yes. Anyway, Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Yeah, back to
Well,
that.
for people just kind of filtering in, we are talking about the casting, or just the casting in general for Thrawn and Ezra, and potentially more. I don't
Howdy,
know,
bug.
but
How do you
yeah.
put it?
So yeah. So if you don't know and you haven't seen by the thumbnail, Mina Masood, Masood, something like that,
Mhm.
who played Aladdin in the live action Aladdin, is playing Space Aladdin. He will be playing Ezra. This is like pretty much confirmed. It's been thrown around for a while.
It came from KRT originally, but now
I
was
feel
already
this.
attention
I
of it.
feel this magic fire.
And then
Lars
that.
is
Yes.
Thrawn. My
Lars
smile.
Mikkelsen is Thrawn.
I'm being taken to heaven.
Brother of Mads Mikkelsen, and
'Cause
Lars played
I'm not even joking.
Thrawn
Makes
and
sense.
Rebels.
I'm not even joking. So here's story time. I remember it's calendar year 2019. It's like February. Celebration is later that year. It's gonna be my first celebration, and all we
Same.
have for the Mandalorian so far
Never
is that
been.
one still image of Mando walking down the Navarro street and a
Oh, yeah.
few set
No, a
photos
different one.
and
Different
a
one.
few set photos of stormtroopers on Navarro, and that's it.
Yep.
And they're like leak photos. And I'm sitting there, and I'm watching through Rebels because Rebels ended the previous year, and I'm watching it again at the time, I think.
Yeah.
And it's like Thrawn's theme, especially, was in my head, like the pipe organ, like that's just like everyone loves. It's just
Yes.
it's great. And I was just thinking, I was staring. There's like a mirror in the foyer of where I was at the time, the house. I was just like looking. I was like, what if, at some point in time, in live freaking action, you hear that music come on, and like you see Thrawn step out of the
see
shadows,
Thrawn.
and I was like, there's no way. But imagine,
No, never.
I was like, imagine I would just lose my effing mind if I heard that music, and that's the way they do the reveal, is if you hear the music first, and if you
That's
know, you
definitely how
know.
they'll do it. Yeah.
Right.
And my gosh, here we are. Lars Mikkelsen is
Yeah.
Thrawn, and he's
well,
going to be.
we're not there yet. We're very close.
Okay, Ahsoka said the name Thrawn in live
No,
action.
I know, but
he's going to
like,
be in
seeing
live
it
action.
is what I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah, but like
Right.
just the fact that it's a thing that's happening, I'm losing.
It's crazy. I lost it when they even name dropped Amanda. Like that was
Right.
crazy. I think that was like.
I actually don't like that moment.
I was gonna say that was the biggest reaction, but Luke was definitely bigger.
That's
but
the moment
yeah,
of the
that
whole
was-
episode. That's my
that was-
least favorite moment of the episode.
Really? You
Of
don't
that
like
whole
where's Grand
Jedi.
Admiral Thrawn?
Why?
No,
Mm.
because
That was
the
probably
whole
my favorite
episode,
moment.
the whole episode feels like it stands alone, and then it's just everything slows down, and she's like, and the way it's shot is just very like, this is the thing. Where is Grand Ad? I don't like the way Rosario delivered.
They
the
built
line.
it up.
Well, yeah,
Because it was
I
built
imagine-
up, and I
Who
was
is
just
it?
like,
Who is it? That's the
if
whole
they had
point.
put like the theme in there, I would have been like, hell
No,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But it's all silent, and then like it cuts to wide, and everything's been like artistic so far. The
Where
shots
is
are quick, and it's like the sweet fight, and she does that sweet move where she locks her saber under the magistrate's
Yeah.
spear and like throws it away, and then everything just stops, and then she says, "Where is Thrawn?" And then it just cuts back to Mando, and he's playing that sweet like pipe version of the Mando theme, and it's like, and it's like it's the guy with the nod guy. You know what I'm talking about? He
Right.
just
The
quietly
nod
nods
guy.
the whole episode. He just goes,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
and then it's like a whole different vibe.
The
But-
king.
Yeah.
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 I imagine they did it just like so bluntly, just so people that don't know Thrawn well or even really know much about him can have time to go do their research. You know, it's just like, where's Grand Admiral
I
Thrawn?
agree, Darth Maul Lego. I don't know if it was dumb, but I felt it was forced, and I was like, if you don't know who
think
this
it felt
is,
forced.
I don't think you would
agree with
know.
that.
I don't want to
I mean,
stand on this because I just it's it's whatever.
I thought it was fine, but
Yeah, I thought it was fine.
Who
I
cares?
freaked out.
We're
I
getting
freaked out.
Thrawn in live action, and I'm confident that it will be absolutely badass
Yeah.
because
oh yeah,
let's talk about the
What if
report a
what
little
if
bit.
it's lame?
It is that would I would cry, because it is screen actor, voice actor, brother of Mads Mikkelsen, Lars Mikkelsen, who is the
I
voice
said
of
that.
Rebels.
Yeah.
In this show, like, what do we think? Like, how do we? I mean, as someone was saying in the chat earlier, that you think it's just fan casting, but
no.
I
mean, getting the voice
Yeah,
actor.
yeah,
is
the guy
fantastic.
played
That's
played
real.
the character and is a trained screen
If
actor.
you can get the voice actor that
Right.
does the character, I mean that should always be the first choice. Like I always wonder, not to go back to Ahsoka, but I always wonder if they asked Ashley about doing Ahsoka or not. I don't know how that casting would have gone, but
I think the only approach that they could have taken was like if they thought of doing a dub, but like since
Yeah.
they're doing
And
a
then, like-
series that I just don't think that they ever
right.
did.
Right.
And then
Well,
you got
Like, I think
Bo-Katan,
Ashley
so-
kind of like expressed that she felt kind of sidelined a little bit during the process.
Look at this,
If I remember
guys.
correctly, but
Look at this.
There it is.
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Rosario
That's
Dawson.
from her account.
Yes. So she reposted someone that posted the rumor or leak, and she put her own.
Was
oh,
it
wait,
was
no,
it like
she
taken
didn't.
down quickly, or was it like this is still up?
All right. So
I just-
she just reposted someone's.
I do just want to throw it up though. I wanted to throw it up not only to show everyone what was posted, but look at Lars's cheekbones. Look at Thrawn's
Yeah.
cheekbones. Like he
Yeah,
will be.
it works.
He's
Yeah.
going to be so good as Thrawn.
He's made for it.
I think Mina is the.
Wait, no,
perfect
but
casting
see,
for,
is
Ezra
is
as
that
well.
that post isn't still up
No.
on her account? How long ago was this?
This was yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I just don't think she'd repost this without there being any sort of like I don't know. It just feels like a weird thing.
I mean, like this report, like well, not report, but this wasn't really a surprise to me because, like, I mean, I guess I went off of KRT's word, but like this was pretty much confirmed.
right. Well, there's
So-
been some more developments too. Like, didn't Mina sign like some sort of deal with?
So
the-
Mina also, this is so a while ago, as we've been referencing, Kessel Run Transmissions reported both of these castings around the time that Mandalorian was ending. And Mina Masood also around that time, a few months ago, many months ago, posted a photo of himself shirtless, looking pretty toned, like he was training for a role. And the caption was, "I'm not like when I get out, I'm not going to hurt any of you," which is a quote from Ezra Bridger.
Right.
Like, why
It
would
wasn't-
he? Like, it's not even like an illusion.
I don't
It's
even
a-
remember that.
It's a literal quote from Ezra Bridger
Rebels,
that he
yeah.
from Rebels
Yeah.
that he posted, and it's like, I got to imagine that's what that means, right? Like, I'm not just losing it.
Shout out to Rahul Kohli. Remember that whole thing?
Yeah, that was something.
He wanted to be. Ezra
I
so
love
bad.
him. He's
He's cool, but
He is
I
a
think
fun
Mina
dude.
probably fits the part better.
Yeah.
He looks a lot more like Ezra, I think. And I mean, I didn't like the Aladdin live action movie, but I think he did a good job. And people call Ezra Space Aladdin, don't they?
Yeah.
that's the
So,
idea. I mean, he is. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty. Yeah. I again, I wasn't too shocked about this, but
No,
overall,
I'm not.
I've been very excited for these castings for a while. So
Yeah.
yeah, and like
Steve
AJ
will.
was saying, if they can get the voice actor to play the live action version, then I am game. Like, I mean, obviously Bo-Katan and all that stuff. So
Well,
Yeah,
so I
Katie
wonder
Sackhoff.
now
Yeah.
if going forward they're going to
Pause
cast...
the show. Pause the show.
yeah, Riverdale.
We're renting a bit.
French.
I like the logo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we're
I-
testing out,
it's-
guys, our new logo.
It's clean.
I think it looks nice. It looks like a
We're
Riverdale
dusting
comic.
it off.
Disturbing. All
Disturbing. All right.
Riverdale
Hey.
comic. Do you mean
French
Archie?
will-
Is
will
Riverdale
take
its own
it in
comic?
Riverdale is a
It's
Yeah,
a
it's an
show,
Archie
right?
thing. I
yeah.
think-
Wait,
yeah.
Archie is the.
I think
comic.
I think Riverdale is in the same vein as it's like
Yeah,
Buffy
it's like
or,
the same universe. The Archie.
It's the show.
Riverdale
anyways,
is a show, yes,
Right.
but there's
Yeah.
a comic that came
Based
before.
on
No, it's based. Archie is what it's based off. Riverdale is based off of.
We're all saying the same thing, Johnny.
Okay, I get it.
Anyways, so I
What's
wonder.
the
If,
deal
like,
with Archie? Ah!
I, wa-
What's that hell?
I wonder if moving forward they're gonna start casting voice actors that look like the character they're playing, just in case they wanted to put them in live action. I mean, I don't know
That's
how
what they
specific
did
they do
with-
it,
Oh,
but-
you're saying just
That's
going.
what they
oh, I
did
see.
with Katie Sackhoff. I mean,
Right.
like she talked about that with Dave. Is like part of the reason why they cast her is because one day maybe it would be in live action, and here we are, and now Katie Sackhoff is Bo-Katan in live action. And I think it's just
Spoilers.
an unfortunate case where sometimes it just doesn't add up. Like, I think people read a little
Yeah.
too much into the behind the scenes Lucasfilm politics of like, why didn't Ashley get the part? It's like, because Ashley's not only is she not a screen actor, she's
Right.
like 5'3" and not
Right.
like
Right.
She
it just
She
doesn't
doesn't
make
look
any
the part.
sense.
doesn't
It
quite
doesn't,
look the part. Yeah,
it just doesn't make any sense.
it wouldn't
It's
make
just-
sense.
Same thing with Ezra and Taylor Gray. Like, the ages don't match
Yeah.
up. Like,
Yeah,
what are you gonna
for
do?
sure.
Like, whereas with frickin' Bo-Katan and Thrawn, it just matches.
Perfect.
And
Yeah,
it's-
it works.
So if
Yeah.
you can do it, they should do it, and I think that's the policy that they have.
Yeah,
It's
that
not
that
it's
that
not
should
that they
be,
want to
that should be the
stomp
first.
on your fan dreams. They're not trying to punch down on you. They just want
Yeah,
to make the
yeah,
best
yeah.
thing they can.
That should
And
be the priority, and if it doesn't really quite work, then of course you bring in someone else. So, and I think that's what they're doing. So that's how I'd like it. So that is
Having
all
never
for
seen
that.
an episode of Riverdale, I'm just going to go ahead and say that it is 100% a white people show.
it is a
Yeah,
white people show.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
CW. It's a CW
I
show.
haven't seen it,
Oh, there
but
you go.
just from like
So-
looking out in, I'm going to say yes, on that
It's a CW.
One of the
show.
Zach and Cody twins are in it, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
What else do we have? Oh, so let's talk.
Here's a question for the chat. You guys like Sweet Life on Deck or the original better?
Sweet Life is
On
like-
Deck.
How do you not remember the original one, but you remember like the like reboot?
Takes place in Boston, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
What's the
Disney.
original called? Is it just called
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Sweet Life of Zach and Cody. Well, I guess the original, you know, and Mr. Mosby.
Wait, you've seen On Deck, or you haven't? You've seen?
I've seen all of it. You know,
Oh.
I'm asking for the people who are of age. Millie says I love both.
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer? You know, you got Mr.
Sweet Life of
Mosby. He's
Zack
like,
and Cody.
would you like
Dude, yeah.
more
This
food?
one. This one though.
Turn on the radio. Relax. Good meme. Good meme. You know what I need?
Yeah.
You know what I need to just chill out right now? I just need to go hang out in a. I
No.
set you up for that. Come on.
Where is
That was
it?
like
Oh,
a
I didn't have it up.
Jesus
Hanging out
Christ.
at
Do it
the.
again.
I
Reverse.
just want to
guys.
hang. I just really need to relax because we're getting heated. We're talking about Zach and Cody. I just need to relax. At
The Polynesian spot.
Thank you. Hey,
done.
There we go.
excellent
Did it.
delivery. Excellent. Guys, we have a
I can really
soundboard
have it.
now. It's great.
Those fries give Yoda.
There you go.
It's great. This is a professional.
These are gonna get dangerous.
Yep.
This is yeah.
yeah. I have too much. We have too much power.
So much power.
Yeah. So there is another little bit of news for
No,
Comic
let's
Con
hold on.
online.
Hold on.
Comic-Con
No,
at home.
no. Stop.
What?
We're not.
Are we
done.
done?
We didn't go in depth enough,
else?
Johnny.
We're
We didn't
moving
go. We don't go.
Well, all we
Bro,
talked
uh,
about, we just joked. Like, where do you think these characters are going to be? Do you think this is for the Ahsoka show?
Ahsoka.
Is it
Yeah.
their own show?
Well,
will Thrawn
That's
appear
where the
in
report came
we
from.
know-
is that it's
in
the
Book of
show.
Boba?
we know their original
No.
plan was for Mando, Rangers of New Republic, I almost said High Republic, and
Rangers of
Ahsoka
the
which-
to kind of
Republic.
intertwine, but we don't know what that plan is now. But I'm thinking Ahsoka, especially because Rosario
I
shared it.
No, I mean,
You
like,
gotta-
they
so-
are definitely castings for Ahsoka.
I do
Yeah.
think it's Ahsoka, but how early? So I imagine the Ahsoka show, at least some of it, is about trying to find Thrawn and Ezra.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
does
yeah.
this imply that they're more of like an end of season or season 2 type?
No, I
characters?
think they will be pretty prominent. Not
So
that
how
it's-
long
not,
do you
not
think
that
we're
it's gonna be a
spending
first
searching
episode
for
thing, but I
Ezra
think it'd
and-
be like half the show.
Well,
Right.
I wanted to point out though, it was also reported that Thrawn and Ezra would have their own show, and so I'm asking,
right, but that was a very long
do you
time
think?
ago.
I mean, it was this year. Do we think that
It was this
the
year?
character
Or I thought it
will-
was like. Are you sure it was this year?
I mean, I'm pretty positive.
I'm getting
thought
my
it
years
was-
mixed up.
I thought it was like. Okay. Anyways,
Think about it, Johnny. Thrawn was only ever dropped in November of last year, so
Right.
it would have to have been in the month of December.
But then
where
this
that rumor
this
would have
leak
been.
from Kesselman Transmissions came in like January or something
Okay,
about
and so
them
then
in the
them
show.
having their own show would have to be this year.
came
That's this-
later. came
besides
after.
the point. Besides the point. Do we think that we will see Thrawn now that the casting is pretty much official? It's
I mean, like, yeah. Again,
there's no way.
Didn't
I don't
shock me in
think
the
if
first
it isn't
place.
them, I would be stunned.
Yeah.
And we know that
I
like,
just, it just wouldn't make sense.
and we know that the production on Acolyte is starting pretty soon. Like
Right,
filming
February.
is starting in February.
right.
Do we think that we see these characters in Book of Boba Fett? I keep going back to it. Filmed for a long ass time, man. Filmed for a long time, and we don't know what's going to be in that show.
The reveal or them being found is going to be in the Ahsoka show. So no, I don't think they're going to.
I don't think we'll see these guys in
until
Book of
we
Boba.
see Ahsoka.
Yeah.
We might see
think they're
Bo-Katan.
gonna-
That's separate.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. That no, but I think that story is going to be told in Ahsoka. Like they're going to be found in Ahsoka. So you can't really show them.
Unless
anything
Thrawn is like,
before.
because clearly
Interesting.
Thrawn's still in
think
business.
so.
You know.
Who is that?
Anna Kana used to date Ray William Johnson. She was an Ant-Man
Oh,
for one
that's
scene, if you remember. That's the most prominent thing.
Yeah, that's what I think. I just don't think it
Being
makes sense if
yeah,
they
Ray
were
William
any
Johnson's
shows
role.
prior to Ahsoka.
Unless Thrawn has some kind of workings with Boba Fett.
Oh yeah, that's a great casting.
Really? You think
Yeah.
so?
Yeah,
I don't know.
for Sabine.
I think Tia
What do you
Sakar
guys
should
think?
do it.
What do you guys think Thrawn and Ezra are even up to? Like
Yeah,
at
it's
this
pretty good.
point, like I always speculate that, but
Dealing
like,
with
I wanna
the,
get-
I haven't read any of these books. Levi would know more about this, but the Grisk are a big issue, and the unknown
Yeah.
regions for Thrawn and
Frisking
his
it up.
people.
Is
Why
that
don't
is that
you
what
give
they're
us a
building up
run
to,
of-
AJ?
a
Do you think
run
I
that's
think
where
so.
this is going?
That's what
Because
Corey
my
always
biggest
talks about.
question,
I know.
question,
You got me excited for that.
and I gotta go fairly soon, guys. I'm sorry to leave early,
yeah, that's
but
fine. No, all good.
where's Ahsoka? Where's Ezra? Where's Grogu during the sequel trilogy? Like, I think, and Matt and I from HoloNet have talked about this. I think there's like a Grisk war in the unknown regions, and they don't even know what's going on in the main universe.
Yeah,
We know
I think
the
this is
galaxy we
going
know
to
about.
coincide and be at the same time, but
Right.
again, they're not going to
Right.
know of either side. So
I think
Yeah.
that Ezra
I wanted to
and
answer
Thrawn
this
have
question
teamed
really
up
quick. No, we have not.
No, and I don't plan on it.
Nope.
Ever.
Nope.
I've never actually met Johnny. This is we just figured out
Yeah,
a
this
way to
is
get
a-
two screens up next to each other.
That's
Technology.
hologram, advanced hologram technology.
Ting, ting, ting. All right, keep going, Levi.
Sorry, go ahead.
Wow, excellent. I was going to say, I think that it's complicated, right? Because we have those of us who read the books have a version of Thrawn, and those of people who just watch Rebels have a version of Thrawn, and they're very different Thrawns. One is
Right.
much more complicated than the other, and so if they embrace fully what
One's
the
much more
character-
intellectual than the other. Yeah, I get where you're getting at.
no,
Explain that joke, Johnny.
that's not what I
You're a
was
filter
going
eater,
for.
and we're Rebels watchers.
Oof, that took
No,
that's a lot of mental.
Yeah,
hurdles there.
that's not at all what I was going for. That was
Okay.
I give that one
All right.
that was a 3 out of 10
Yep.
joke.
Oh
Um,
wait, I'm gonna interrupt again. Yes, I met Millie. She's great. Very nice to meet you.
I heard it was a good time over at
It was a good time.
the comic shop.
over in the Polynesian spa. Yeah.
There's a picture of it somewhere, but not
There's a picture.
accessible.
I'll pull it up. But keep going. Sorry, Levi.
Anyway.
that's all I got.
So there's one version who's you understand his motivations a bit more, and he's pretty gray character, whereas the Thrawn in Rebels is just a straight up villain. And so depending on if they take into account what Zahn has been writing for Thrawn, what a great sentence. In the two new trilogies he's done, which are still coming out, I could see a world where Thrawn and Ezra have teamed up, because maybe Ezra sees that Thrawn is, like I said, only if they take some of this stuff into account, is he has other objectives in mind that are maybe good for the galaxy, like protecting against the Grisk, or trying to solve some problems in the Chiss ascendancy, because boy, do they got a lot of problems. And he's
Yeah.
like, I'm all about protecting people, and I point this out in chapter 13 of The Mandalorian, because this was a discussion. I don't know if it was last week or it's been going around of, is Moff Gideon working for Thrawn? You know, how do the Imperial remnants connect to each other? Well, in that episode, it's not there's no Imperial logos. It's the Seventh Fleet, because Thrawn is doing his own thing. I don't think he's connected to the Empire or anything like that. Because Thrawn, I think,
I feel like he would. I feel like there's a chance that, like, you know, maybe eventually, like, they could kind of be taken over. I feel like Thrawn could maybe infiltrate it or something like that. I think
infiltrate what?
that's the Empire.
You mean the remnants of the
The
Empire?
remnants of the well, yeah.
He is a
Well, that's kind of
Empire, though. What do you-
that's all. What
I feel like he'd want to take it back, though. I don't know. Whatever. That's
Levi?
just
Do you
an-
think
Well, we
they're
know
gonna
that turns into the First Order there. So
right
if-
in like
if the
25?
If the redemption thing is right, so I doubt he would that exactly.
Well, the First Order already exists at this point. That's
Right.
that's what's a bit
Yeah.
confusing for some people. And stuff in books is lost. But yeah, the First Order is existing at this point out in the unknown regions, and then there's also Imperial remnants, which is like the C team, you know, who just totally got left behind. They weren't part of anything. Like the dudes hanging out, just guys being dudes, stormtroopers who just got left because they're not important. You got those. You got warlords, and then now you have Thrawn, which is his own thing because he has connections to the Ascendancy. Obviously, he has a whole fleet that's loyal directly to him and not to the Empire. And the Magistrate, to tie it back in that episode, is building more ships for someone. And the implication is certainly that it's for Thrawn, because Ahsoka refers to Thrawn as her master. She has the HK-87 droids with the 7th Fleet logo on them.
Right.
It is a likely assumption that Thrawn is massing his own power, which is what happened in Legends. Is Thrawn has his own, like the Empire of the Hand is his own thing. Different, yeah. Essentially, yeah. This Thrawn technically already infiltrated the Empire. I mean, it's not really infiltrated. He made a deal with Palpatine. Like, listen, I'm loyal to you for now, but I'm doing this to help my people. And if you're no longer the one in control, I'm not loyal to you. And now that the Empire isn't the predominant force in the galaxy, Thrawn has no reason to stay loyal to Palpatine.
So Thrawn was like a genius when it came to the unknown regions and stuff, right? Like, wasn't he pretty well versed in the unknown regions? And that's where the Grisk. Do you want to give me and probably some of the audience a rundown on the Grisk or what's going on?
I mean, there's not a lot to run down. A lot of people have compared them to like the Yuzong Vong, but I don't think that's a good comparison at all. They're just another empire in the third of the galaxy that isn't really known. So if most Star Wars fans probably don't have a visual of what the galaxy looks like, but if you put it up on a map, there's like one half that is where all of Star Wars takes place, and then there's another half.
Yeah, I'm a very good nodder over here.
There's another half where there's like the unknown regions.
Just let Levi go.
And wild space.
Oh, you got it.
And the Chiss Ascendancy and the Grisk. And so the Chiss Ascendancy has its own like Game of Thrones-esque class system going on that's being explored in the Ascendancy books right now. And the Grisk are essentially a rival. They're like, if anyone has seen Game of Thrones, they're like what Dorne is to Westeros.
Hey, that's a good one.
So you have like the main continent of Westeros, which is like all the political factions. And
good show.
A separate side, mostly. You have
mostly.
At the end, right?
Then you have a separate side continent with its own thing, and that's the Grisk. And they're like coming in. And
so Thrawn knows that they like want to infiltrate. Like they like are building up an army or whatever, and they're getting ready to take on the just inner worlds or whatever, or he just knows about them?
I mean, they're at war. So it's
right. Sorry to interrupt, but I gotta head out, I guess, now. But
I
want to have a good time relaxing at the Play Me Out.
Scott, sing it.
The Polynesian Spa.
He was taken. All right, he was taken away. So yeah, to make a long story short for people.
Sorry.
Thank you for that. Jango, everyone enjoyed. Hope you enjoyed Jango Fett dancing.
Yep.
As Karen is saying, it's the chaos and like Thrawn to maybe tie it to what people are familiar with. Thrawn is the reason why the First Order and the remnants of the Empire are able to escape into the unknown regions, is because Thrawn gave Palpatine like a map, like essentially hyperspace lanes out there, helped them forge the path, bushwhack through. And so that's how they had that data. It was because of Thrawn.
All right. So you do think they're doing them? You do think they're doing that for like these sort of Filoniverse shows or whatever?
Tie it back to stuff everyone knows what we're talking about in the show. I'm just saying that I don't know if that stuff will be on screen or talked about necessarily, but I think maybe the good or more good side of Thrawn could be shown, and that he and Ezra could have teamed up just to be like, hey, listen, we're trying, or it could not be that, or it could just totally be different. We have to wait and see.
Right.
We have to wait and see.
Well, I think that could be the cool, like people always compare it to like the MCU build-up movies. Like that could be the cool, like sort of tie-in film for all these Filoniverse shows. Is that war or whatever that's kind of going on alongside the sequels, and that's why none of these characters are in the sequels.
Well, I mean, this is still 25 years before the sequels.
Yeah, so they got a lot. They got a lot of time. They got a lot of stuff to fill in the gaps.
There's not even a reason to. Anything could happen, because I mean, it's not. People have this strange notion that, well, if it happened, then why isn't everybody talking about it all the time?
Right.
How do you in your everyday life, people in the chat, talk about the splitting up of Yugoslavia? That was like 25 years ago. Do we talk about it every day? No. Was that a big thing on Earth that happened?
This is an interesting thing.
No, but no one talks about it.
I'm going to jump in. So, is Star Wars turning into Marvel? I think what he's referring to is this connected shared universe idea that Marvel has obviously perfected.
Right.
I think it's different.
It's different enough for it to work on its own, just because there's so I don't know. I see what you mean.
What the point is.
I don't necessarily think it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
I think like what Filoniverse has kind of is doing is probably the closest thing to Marvel that Star Wars will be.
Mhm.
And I do think there's gonna be a tie-in, at least for most of these projects.
I think
You don't
it's a
think
silly
so?
comparison.
You're nodding your head.
I think it's a silly comparison because the Filoni verse, the Mando verse, more aptly, because there
Sure.
are other people involved besides Filoni.
Yeah.
I guess is the closest approximation you could have to a Marvel-esque kind of storytelling because it's multiple projects all telling a similar story that is all set in the same timeline. But in terms of the way Star Wars is oriented right now, like for
Right.
example, right now Marvel doesn't have the media. There's no canon to Marvel. It's just the MCU, and honestly, the canon even for stuff that's on screen is kind of confusing. It's just a very different beast. Like the MCU shows on Netflix
I think
are in this weird nebulous zone. Not even to get started on Agents of Shield, but it's just the movies and now
and the
the
Netflix shows.
Right.
Whereas
Let's hear about
Star
the Netflix
Wars
shows.
is like books, comics.
Well-
Not to mention. Well, no, but they're running simultaneously.
Right,
and they're
yeah,
all
yeah.
filling in on the same timeline. Whereas the MCU is just
We are aware that Marvel has had how many year history? 60-year history or something like that? 70-year?
more, but it's not. I'm
80.
saying there are no
Something like that,
current
yes.
comics, or there are like
Right.
the individual tie-in issues, but there aren't ongoing comics that tie into the MCU.
Right.
Yeah.
At least not like
Well,
Well, if I can jump in too, a
No, I
thing
don't think
about
that's my
you're
knowledge.
wrong.
Yeah,
You're
it's fine.
wrong.
I just said besides the single issue tie-ins
Right.
that like release at the movie.
I'm just making.
And
fun
also,
of
I
you.
think another difference is that the MCU, at least for the most part, is always kind of moving forward, where Star Wars likes to
Jumping
jump
around.
around a lot. Yeah,
around.
it's like where except for very set like Black Widow, another exception there,
Mhm.
does kind of go back, and it felt weird when it did it. I thought.
Like, I read a comic book.
This-
There are 3 comic books came out today. I read one set in the High Republic, one set in the OT, and one set 30 years after the OT. And all
Right.
of them are in the same
It's all
time.
over the place. Yeah. I mean, the MCU can always grow, but I Star Wars is just it's different. It's different. That's basically what to say. So this is something actually that I want to talk about. I actually kind of forgot about, but Wrench brought up. So James Gunn originally pitched a DC and Marvel crossover. Now there aren't too many details out there about it.
Other than it will never happen.
Other
Yeah,
than,
other than
well,
it will never ever happen.
maybe in an alternate timeline. But
Yeah.
no, it's just funny because he is working for both companies, obviously, because
Yo, that's-
he's doing the Guardians movies, and Suicide Squad is coming out
Right.
next
I'm
week.
very
which is
excited for it.
exciting.
People are
Yeah.
losing it over that movie. I mean, we don't have to just talk about Star Wars, guys. This is
Yeah,
all
no, I
universe.
want to talk about it. Yeah,
That movie has like a 98% on Rotten Tomatoes.
I'm very excited.
People love it.
he
People
said
are
it's his favorite project he's
all
done
over,
yet.
and I'm excited personally.
Yeah.
I was rarely do I ever. I mostly just read Star Wars comics. I do read other comics, but
Yeah.
mostly the stuff I understand. Like I've read Watchmen, and I like the Mass Effect stuff. Like there's obviously there are comics that I read, but when I was in the store for the first time, just after seeing like some Suicide Squad stuff, I was like, I want to read like a Bloodsport comic. Like I'm interested in this character. Like who is this? What does this mean? Like I was
Yeah.
interested in which that doesn't really happen with DC stuff because DC is so effing confusing, especially with their movies, and doesn't like get
They
me.
are.
But
Yep.
something about this movie, man. Something about the new Suicide Squad movie. I'm like,
It's
And
the
apparently it's-
Suicide
it looks
Squad.
like
but
they're-
Yeah.
apparently it's
It's gonna be
amazing.
a lot-
So I got good vibes.
It looks like it's just going to be a lot more lighthearted fun, other than the last one that like took itself way too
Couldn't agree more.
seriously, and it was just like not very good.
I just
in
think
my
it's down to
You know, why don't we
James
show
Gunn
people?
and
Why don't we
company.
show people? Why don't we show?
yeah.
our,
Show that first, and then I'm gonna keep talking about the Suicide Squad in this crossover idea. Yeah, this crossover idea would be insane, and I bet the pitch was amazing because James Gunn is amazing, but sadly, I don't think it will ever happen.
I mean, was it a pitch or was it just like,
Yeah.
wouldn't this be funny on
No,
Twitter?
no, he
Yeah, it's
pitched
like
it.
an actual
Yeah,
pitch.
because it's when the whole situation happened with him getting
Look at this, everybody.
canceled,
right.
and then so this is Kicks on.
So
the
if you don't know, in short stories and comics over the past 5 years,
we are all over the place today. Goddamn, keep going. Sorry.
well, Aiden mentioned it, and I want to give a shout out.
I
to
know,
Aiden.
I know.
This
I know.
this came out today. The author Landry Walker has been telling the story of the Crimson Corsair, Quiggold, and his crew. That's
Mm-hmm.
Sedona Thano. You see them as a background character in The Force Awakens. It's people who Finn go up to leave Takodana.
Oh, show his ship too, please.
And in those stories, they found Kix, as in the clone Kix from the Clone Wars, the medic. He was so after Fives confronted him in the bathroom in that Clone Wars episode, Kix sort of did his own research and discovered the plot, excuse me, of Order 66 and had to be taken out, and he was frozen by the Separatists. Count Dooku took him out, but the Clone War ended, and then 50 years later, during the era of the sequels, the Crimson Corsair and his crew find Kix and wake him up, and now he's in the sequel era. He's the last clone, and he's looking like this, an absolute badass.
I love this art. This art is so cool.
Like, what a cool looking clone trooper, am I right, guys? Like, it's just
now
He
it's
looks so
interesting
cool.
about the Phase
Can you
1
zoom
armor.
in on him again?
The Phase 1 armor. Why is he wearing Phase 1 armor? This isn't really
I think
explained.
because if he was frozen, they wouldn't freeze him with his stuff if he was captured by Separatists. He woke up 50 years later and was probably like,
right.
I gotta get me some armor.
But he
I mean,
was in Phase 2 armor like while this was.
Well, I think
while
what
he
they guys
got
getting
know,
in
frozen.
is they stripped him of
yeah,
it.
why would
Right,
they?
no, they
They
definitely
wouldn't be
stripped
like,
him of it.
here, let me put you in carbonite with all your things. Or
Yeah,
like,
no. I'm not saying that. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think he just found a Phase 1 helmet and was like, I'll put this on and paint it.
Because I
Can
mean,
you zoom in on him a bit?
you can see the armor is like all patched up and broken.
Right.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And even
Can
the
you
helmet.
zoom in
has-
on it at all, or no?
I mean, are you? How does it look? I can't see. I'm staring at the shared screen.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, we can see it fine. It's just a little far. I just want to look at the details if you're able to.
Let's see. Guys.
Is it working?
Is there a magnifying glass thing?
No.
Can you hit Control Plus?
I think you
Let's
can
see.
do it like a
Let's
view where
bust
you
it
can
up.
look at panel by panel.
You can't. That's not on this.
Oh well, I can.
Not on
Trust
this?
me, Johnny.
Okay.
No, trust me, Johnny. You can't control.
Either
this.
way, it looks cool.
Okay. Anyways, but also, can you show?
Now look at. He's got a
yes, there it
freaking
is.
Hot Wheels car
That's
speeder.
the Crimson Corsair's like hot rod ship.
That's
thing.
bizarre.
It's so
It's
cool.
pretty awesome.
It's the coolest thing.
Look at that. So
I love it.
cool.
So yeah, that's happening in Star Wars Adventures right now. Crimson.
That was the
Corsair.
newest
Great
issue.
background character.
Very cool. Yeah, that is if you can't tell by their logo, the HoloNet Marauders love him.
They love him.
They do.
So.
Speaking of logos, what do you guys think of our new logo? Because I'm still trying to figure out if I like it, but
There's something's missing in my
Well, I
opinion.
think you've been lost in time.
just let us know.
That's
just
okay.
Your feedback.
We're letting them
Whether you
go.
like it more or like it less, we are open to criticism. We didn't make it, so.
Yeah, you can bully someone else about it. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
kidding.
I
I'm
can
kidding.
send you
there. The number.
Just terrible.
The
All right,
address.
so Lavelle
address,
really
Social
likes it.
Security.
So let's get
Yeah. Let's
Good question.
Who's Anne?
Who's Anne?
Who is Anne?
Who is
Which
she?
one of us? We should fight to see who gets to be Anne.
Dude, me, dude.
There's no way you get to be Anne, man.
I
I'll
feel
take-
like
I'll
I feel
take
like
Anne.
Dylan. I feel like Dylan's Anne. Dylon is Anne.
Dylan's
I'll be
Anne. Is it Dylan or is it Dylon? The world may never know.
No, they won't. They will never
Nope.
know.
Never gonna know. Yeah, there's something missing. Brent says,
I know you
yeah.
meant the movie, but it came out in
Brent's
2016, not
into,
2018.
Brent's into design, so
No, he was into
wait,
my-
we'll go to what Brent said. Yeah, I think something.
AJ had a great idea to put like a
where the
comic
white
panel
is. The comic panel.
behind
Yeah.
it on the white.
I think that'd be pretty cool, like a comic. A
Oh,
page of a comic.
Pug loyal.
The wheel should determine.
I think.
Oh,
okay, let's do
shoot.
it live right now. Pull up the wheel.
Let's do it.
This
Let's
is
do it.
oh, this is so stupid.
Who's
Who's
Anne?
Anne?
Who is Anne?
Who's Anne?
Somebody clip
We
this.
play- we
Somebody
jive with the
clip this,
audience.
please.
Oop. Don't clip this.
No, clip who's Anne. That we'll post. That would be great. Who is Anne?
Yeah, so how
Make
about
a
that
video.
kicks thing, guys? I think that's super cool.
No, that is super cool. I love to see that
Badass.
they're
But yeah,
bringing
so
back.
I guess Suicide Squad comes out next week, right? It comes out next Friday,
So
next Wednesday,
just
Thursday.
All right, this is the wheel to see who's Anne.
all right. Who is Anne?
Anne. What did I say?
No!
Dylan is Anne.
No, Dylan is Anne.
Yes.
Dylan is Anne.
All right, everyone, bow
Golf
down.
clap.
I am.
Golf
Bow
Anne.
down.
I am the all new nerd.
All right, now from now on, every stream I'm gonna have Johnny and Anne. That's your curse.
Can we get a little?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna.
Can we get a celebratory soundbite?
And that kind of stuff.
Yep,
You know, that kind of stuff.
That's Helen. That's Helen.
That's the best George
Yeah.
Lucas. Oh, Millica Millie. Millie 100%.
Yes.
You're
Oh,
Dylan.
shoot. Yes. That's
Oh, dude.
perfect. Oh, Magic
Fire
Fire
said
said
it
it
first,
too.
though.
All right. To credit where credit's due.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I'm sorry,
that's
Magic
perfect.
Fire.
Who's
Who's
Dylan?
Dylan? I've only heard of Anne.
Oh god.
Oh, that's
It's
your
a
curse
blessing
now.
and a curse.
It's a blessing. This is my curse.
My curse, I'm Anne.
So what else do we have to talk about? Yeah, let's talk about this Comic-Con
Poster.
poster because I want to talk about it. We all want to talk about it. So Levi, do you want to do this little setup?
Little
You wanna
setup.
get
So
pulled up.
you may have seen in the Star Wars YouTubing world, as it was San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend. There was an awesome High Republic panel, but I won't bore our audience with book stuff because I know you're not here for that. But maybe one day I'll get to talk about it, and you'll watch. That's the biggest thing. You don't want to watch it anyway. So, as with a lot of these Comic-Cons, there's a lot of licensed artwork. So you're an artist, you apply, and the way I think it works, you apply to whatever company you want to represent, and they license your artwork. Then that means they're selling it, and it's legit. They put their stamp on it. It says, in this case, it says Lucasfilm on it. And there was, let me just share my screen.
No, we got it.
Oh, nice. Look at this.
There it is.
So this was
Woo!
a licensed poster at San Diego Comic-Con.
Woo!
It's Luke with a
Shoot.
yellow saber and Grogu, not the yellow saber, yellow crystal, and Grogu making a saber. And this was something that they licensed and approved.
Yellow saber.
So here's the thing. I don't really think the yellow kyber crystal means anything referring to Grogu in canon. I don't think Disney specifically asked for that. I think they were just like, can you make a poster of Luke and Grogu? And he added that. Or he or she or they. I don't know who
I believe it's a he.
made it.
The art.
But it is still very cool. I think
You don't think that
I
would be
apologize.
Grogu's color?
it could be Grogu's color. I just don't think this solidifies that that's going to be his life.
Well, I want to tie this in to what I think is
tie
the
in.
biggest story of the day, and that is that YouTuber Shamook, who you might be like, Shamook, that sounds silly. I've probably seen his work. This guy has every video he does gets 2+ million views. Was the internet's own like expert deepfaker. This guy he put Harrison Ford on Alden's performance, which if you want to pull that up, is great.
What do you mean, the video?
Just pull up his channel, Shamook's channel, and play some stuff. Because personally, I think, though, a little tangent here, I think if anything, that deepfake just proves how well Alden was mimicking Harrison's performance subtly. Anyway, whatever. He improved Luke in The Mandalorian, and now he's hired to be the head of Lucasfilm's essentially deepfaking department. He was straight up hired, guys. Which
it's crazy.
If that means anything, he was the guy. He was the guy who fixed Luke Skywalker. If this guy was hired, I feel like that means we got a lot of Luke or DH people coming. Like, this video has 3 million views.
Yeah. So this is just to get a grasp on who's doing it. So that he made the one on the right, if you can't tell, and the original is the one on the left. I think it does look better, personally.
Yeah, I do too.
And so they hired this guy.
Yeah, which is insane. That's like, I respect it a ton. That's awesome. That someone at Lucasfilm saw this was like, we got to hire this guy because they're one of the, if not the biggest media company in the world, and they're just hiring a guy on YouTube that just did it better than them.
Yeah, he did it better.
And it's still not perfect. I mean, it doesn't.
But now that he has the resources of Disney and Lucasfilm, imagine what he's gonna do, and them hiring him. What does that imply? Can you pull up the Solo one?
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I mean, it still kind of moves like an Xbox 360 game.
But look at the face.
Fault. He's just putting the face over it.
Yeah. So good.
It's really cool. Yeah, this is his channel.
There's the Solo one. Oh well.
He's on like Spider-Man ones. I just want to show this one too. This is super cool.
I gotta watch that Thrawn one.
So this is Tom Holland's. That looks good. That looks good.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So that's obviously
this guy
Tom Holland's
is
face
talented.
On
if you couldn't
Tobey
tell,
Maguire's body.
This guy is extremely talented.
Of course, from the Raimi films.
Yeah, this guy.
Here's
the Solo one. Show this one off here.
Look at that.
There is Harrison Ford's face.
That is so crazy.
Alden.
Which I would say, look how good Alden's performance is. You just don't even realize how well Alden is capturing the vibe of Han Solo.
If they Disney, Lucasfilm,
God.
can make it literally almost indiscernible that it's
Like, look, you can't even
deepfake.
tell.
I know it is
Proved it.
so cool.
Right.
Which is,
Yeah.
take that
Yeah.
as you will.
Right.
Yes.
And I mean, like, I can totally see whoever approved that on Disney not thinking that it would blow up the way it did. You know, that the poster, just thinking like not thinking much about it. It's like for Comic-Con. Like,
Right.
I feel like sometimes they underestimate stuff like that. But
We
yes,
gotta get a
so-
Shamook on Anne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we just call it. Yeah.
Obviously.
No, that'd be awesome. Yeah. I don't know. If
but I don't know.
Not
like,
anymore.
I
He's
guess it'd be
working
hard
at
to
Lucasfilm.
reach. Yeah.
So do you think Sebastian Stan is no longer a
I think-
contender?
Well,
They
there is a
might
deep
use his
fake
body.
with Shmook made a deep fake with Sebastian, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah. Like I guess they could use his body. I don't know. It's just there's like if
So,
they can make it
You can look. He
perfect,
also
I'm
did
sure.
one. He
but-
also did one for Tarkin and Leia. And
Yeah, that's great.
so
You
look,
wanna pull that up too?
he is the senior facial capture artist at Lucas. at ILM. Senior facial capture artist. Isn't that something?
It is something that is the thing.
Like, he's in charge of the entire program.
Little ad.
You don't got ad block?
No.
You are living a sad life, man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
This man,
Okay.
this man is incredibly talented.
That
Look
looks
at
even better. And I didn't even mind the Rogue One deepfakes that much.
Yeah, some people. I mean, it's still like again not perfect, but this was even before
Look at
the
that!
Luke one.
That one's
Yeah.
wow.
This guy, and so this
And
guy
think
is
about it.
working at Lucasfilm now. So just think about how this is such a good feeling as a fan right now. I'm having an amazing
Yeah,
feeling.
definitely.
But how sad is
Being-
that for Lucasfilm? That, like one. I mean, I assume it's just this
Okay,
one person.
if the freaking like Einstein of deep faking was just out there and he happens to be this guy, I would hire him in a second. But
Yeah,
just
of
the
course. Of
fact
course.
that this
Wow.
talent is now at the studio which I am most invested in and the stories that I am most excited for, and this talent is going to
Just Levi though. Levi's
exclusively now.
I'm kidding.
You start like ILM stuff. I couldn't
Yeah.
be more excited. Like, this is
Yeah.
insane.
It's
This is amazing.
insane.
This is like the best news that we've gotten as Star Wars. For me, as Star Wars fans in the last few months. Think about what that could do. As
Yeah.
Millie
we're
said,
aware.
like, what if he works on Andor?
Yeah.
He
On
could bring
Andor,
some of
I
the
mean,
characters back.
if we can get Tarkin in there again.
I mean, here's the
stuff like
thing
that.
too. I mean, the Luke one could have looked as good as the Han Solo one too. He was
Yes.
deep faking a deep fake, you know. So like, if they had an actual actor, I'm sure he could have even made the Luke one look even better.
That's why the Han one looks so good.
Yes, Brent.
Right, because it moves like a human. Because that's the thing about the Luke. I don't think it looks bad. I think it moves weird.
It moves
like it
weird.
just like it moves like an Xbox game. It looks like a video game, and it doesn't. It's not that. It's the best.
What do you mean? Oh, like how the facial.
Yeah.
The facial.
Mouth is, a little bit of,
Other than Shamook, I think it's one of the better deepfakes I've seen.
Well, I think if
But-
he can start from scratch, which he hasn't, and so if they did the Luke thing again,
literally this.
he gets to start from
No
scratch.
one's-
so I
no
feel
one's
like it
really
could
gone.
be better.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When we're dead, we're gonna have deepfakes be doing the all new.
Yeah, but I
things.
don't. Yeah, the show. Yeah, I don't.
On a real budget. Think about what he can do on like $100 million budget.
No, I know.
Right. Yeah,
It's cool.
It just comes down to a weird thing because it's like, part of me wants them to do like the Alden route, where it's like, we get a new actor, and it maybe to some people it doesn't look right,
love
but
Alden
it works.
so much.
It works for me. Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I can't really put my finger on it. If I could see a Luke that looks just like Mark Hamill and looks good,
So, would you rather Sebastian Stan or a deepfake?
I think right now Sebastian Stan, but I want to see what he can
Oof.
do with the deep fake Luke.
Well, that's what you just saw. is what
I
you
know,
can
but
do.
Really?
it still wasn't perfect.
Yeah.
It looked good, but I guess it was just.
Now,
the
are
movement
you?
to
I
it.
assume you're leaning down more towards the deepfake.
I am now leading Shamook deepfake path. Just seeing Mark
I
Hamill.
don't know. I'm in the middle. I don't know.
I guess I'd have to see it. It would just have to always look great, I think, for them to sell it to me. Like, it's gonna have to be doing a lot of action and stuff, which might even make it easier for the deepfake, honestly, because you don't have to
Oh yeah,
render
Brent
the
brings
faces
up
much.
something kind of interesting. Yeah, like for yeah, like what for dead people, for like dead actors, or like I feel like it gets. That's I don't know.
I
If
mean,
I like
James
that
Dean is
territory.
coming back. He's gonna be in a movie soon.
Yeah. Yeah, I know I've done in the past. It's just a weird thing that I don't know if I necessarily agree with. But well, I mean, well, okay. If the families are like, yeah, that's fine.
What happened?
Yeah. It's one of those things.
What did Wrench do?
It seems like.
Oh yeah, look.
Did Wrench say that?
He did.
I'm sorry. Then.
I don't know what I did. Yeah.
All right. Well,
Right.
you guys can share the glory then.
I'm sorry,
Wrench,
Wrench.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
I'm
I
not.
didn't.
It's all about Brent, isn't it? Oh, Wrench.
I don't
Oh,
see.
man.
I don't. It's all about Brent. No, I didn't see that, man. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Yeah.
When they
Anyways,
did this, I don't know if you know that, Magic Fire, but yeah, they did that, and I imagine you do. I think you're pretty knowledgeable. They did that in episode 9. That's who was acting as young Leia in the flashback sequence. It was Billy Lord.
yeah.
And they put
And
it
that
on.
I thought even that looked a little weird, and it didn't. I thought the Luke looked really good in that scene. Only one because the lighting
I'm
was,
the
like,
opposite. I
weird.
think that the Luke looks weird and the Leia looks good.
Ooh,
Really?
No, I
Oh, wow.
thought the Luke.
I thought the
way better
Leia
than
looked like
Leia.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a pretty cool scene.
That's-
Well,
yeah,
Yeah,
that
no,
was
it's still an awesome scene. It's a
pretty sweet scene.
phenomenal
Just saying.
scene.
Just saying.
We're getting some
Yeah.
Black Series of those very soon.
Are we really?
Well, because,
Mm-hmm.
oh wait, really?
Yep.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that?
Okay.
When that get announced?
I know.
He just wants it. So
Look
he's
at look
No,
at me.
no,
I'm,
no,
look at me.
actually,
I'm stumbling over
actually-
my words. I love those
yes.
figures. When did those come
Yeah.
out?
So those were leaked.
Leaks.
And I assume they're going to
That's
be
right.
released they're going to be shown for the next wave.
Oh my god, that's
They will
so
be the
cool.
they
I
will be the
love
next
those.
2 Rise of Skywalker figures.
I will buy the SHIT out of those figures.
Same
I love
here.
those
I
outfits.
will get those as well.
I love Luke and Leia like that. Oh my
Yep.
goodness,
Yeah,
that makes
that's
me so
awesome.
excited. That's such
Yeah.
oof.
Oh, I
When,
want
where,
those
where did those?
figures.
Yeah, where did those get leaked? Probably Walmart.
Those
Do
were
Walmart.
like
Let's have a wall.
first-
Can we get a
first
Walmart
leak?
hate train in the chat?
Like, ugh.
Oh.
I don't. Well, actually, we can get into it.
See you,
Well, I
Millie.
want
See
to
you.
finish my thought about
Enjoy
these
your
figures though.
dinner.
So they yeah, so it was leaked to go like I think 6 months ago or something like that. But then there's been follow-up stuff, and I'm gonna guess next wave. But they are going to be the next Rise of Skywalker figures. I at least know that. So whenever they get around to that. So
Yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
Let's get
Walmart.
a boo Walmart.
Boo
train. All right,
Walmart.
the Walmart rant.
Boo.
Hold up. I'm gonna make a banner. The Walmart rant. Keep talking.
I am really tired of it, dude.
Go, Johnson. This is your
it's
time.
just
Take
like-
it away. Take it away.
I mean, I'm someone who wants these figures, obviously. Like, they're in very high demand. And first of all, them being exclusives is stupid because they're obviously the most desirable characters. We got
So
Ahsoka.
stupid.
Clone Wars Ahsoka. I mean, well, Target exclusive, the Target ones, whatever. I'm not gonna talk about Target. Target's the same thing, but the Clone Wars wave, the Ahsoka, the army builders. They have 3 army builders in an exclusive wave. The clone, the Mandalorian, and the Mandalorian loyalist. Those are like army builder figures. Like those are figures I would buy multiples of, and I have. And like for them to just
This
do
man
it
has
as an exclusive,
spent
make
at
it
least
hard to find.
$400 at Walmart.
I
much
might
more.
have.
Actually, more.
Whatever.
Probably
Doesn't
1,000.
matter. Doesn't matter what I did. But for them to do it again for this 2003 Clone Wars wave, mind you, which we haven't even seen pictures of the figures yet. It's been screen caps from the show, and that's the listing. If you look
Look
at the
at this.
listing,
Look at the Chiron. That's funny.
this looks like the news. So
It looks like the Walmart logo.
there's
the
a
color.
Fordo. There's a four. Is a all right. I just talk about Black Series because I'm not really a vintage collection person, but Levi is. So there's a Fordo, a Mace Windu, and a Grievous, which are all figures I'm so excited about. That like those are figures like that's like the 2003 Clone Wars is like so good. Anyways, but those figures, yeah, they went up on Walmart at like in the morning, like before Levi woke up. So I had to get Levi. I had to buy double the figures to make sure Levi could get them too. And Levi woke up and was like, "They're gone." I'm like, "Yep, they're gone." Because they end in like 1 minute. Like it takes 1 minute.
Because they make 10 action
It takes
figures.
1 minute.
and
They
then
make
sell
10 of
out
them, and it gets sold
And
out.
they're like, we're never going to sell them again.
Oh, and in the Bad Batch ones, the freaking Rex and Crosshair. That was not too long ago too.
I had to buy
And
those ones
those are
from
like-
England.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Levi had to get them
more and more are they doing Walmart and Target exclusives.
more and more.
It-
But it's the figures that like I
And
I know
And it's
every Star Wars collector wants the
pre-ordered
most.
too. That's the worst
Yeah.
part.
And it's a pre-order thing.
I paid for those figures.
And they don't announce them.
yeah.
I literally
months
get
ago.
it from people on Instagram. Like it's not a Walmart thing. Like Hasbro doesn't announce
Like
them.
for
Walmart
example,
doesn't announce them.
so-
It's like if you're not there the second they go live, you're not getting
You're
them.
not getting them.
so
It's-
for the viewership tanking in the rant.
I know.
People really
Sorry.
big fans of Walmart.
Jesus.
No, it's okay. We're people. A bunch of Walmart shills out there.
Yeah, I guess
we're,
so, guys.
We're wrapping up and soon, so it's okay. We're coming up on an hour here, but it's so annoying because yes, not only are you pre-ordering the figures, and with the most recent wave, you're pre-ordering stuff you don't even know what it looks like.
I don't even know what it looks like.
You don't
yet.
get it for like another half a year. So for the most recent,
I think it's in
vintage
January.
collection. So for the most recent vintage collection,
And the vintage collection, yeah,
the 4 set, which was the Hauser,
that was
also
Amazon.
known as Ballast. It was on Amazon. I know. But for just reference, that doesn't even come out, and that was sold out in a minute and immediately got marked up. Those don't even come out. People don't even get them until December. Like,
they have restocked, but they go again in a minute. But nobody announces it. Like Walmart doesn't announce it, Hasbro doesn't announce it. Like it should be coming from them, not from like someone like Yakface, not from someone like it's just it's just like
the Brent Wrench rivalry is canon.
They want I think like the Hasbro the Star Wars side of Hasbro is like baffled why fans get mad at them, but it's like, how do you not have like a better grasp on like when your stuff is dropping and like announce that? Like these figures were not announced. The 2003 Clone Wars figures were not announced.
Well, we don't even know what they look like.
We don't even know what they look like. They were not even announced, and they went up and pre-ordered, and they were gone in a minute. Like it's just like, dude,
it's nuts.
It doesn't make any sense. They did not even have an official announcement for them, or did they? I could be wrong. Am I wrong? Am I
They didn't really. No,
I don't remember. And I remember like thinking they were cool too. And I don't know. I remember like the season 7 Ahsoka, which looks awesome. I never found it. I went to all.
You can't find them in stores. Don't even bother looking at a store because you're not gonna find it in store.
Not gonna.
I'm convinced all those photos you see on Twitter of like on Yakface, like, look, I found a shelf of 8 wreckers. It's like, that's staged. That's not real.
It's like, dude, or they just live in like the middle of nowhere and it just got lucky.
It's infuriating. But anyways, that's my rant. I'm sorry, guys.
The Walmart rant.
People came back after we just ended.
Everyone got the YouTube gave them a notification.
Yeah.
The Walmart rant.
But a Walmart rant.
I got a Padme the other day. I got the Padme Black Series.
Oh yeah, good figure.
How much that cost? Yeah,
like $5.
it's like 15, 20.
Yeah.
I think it was like. I remember when that came out. That was a cool wave.
Good figure. Yeah, that was really good. That was Attack of the Clones wave. That was a really good.
AOTC. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah. Actually, it wasn't part of the Attack of the Clones wave because the Attack of the Clones wave.
Nope, you're right. Because she came with the
Anakin, Obi-Wan, Dooku,
Mace Windu wave.
Yeah, she was with Mace Windu.
You're right. And the Kit Fisto and Plo Koon. Yeah.
Wrench with the meanest roast. Brent, what do you have against me? I'm British, which means I'm smart, tough, and eat bad food. Your name's Brent.
Oh, and Brent's Australian. This is a classic rivalry.
Oh, shoot.
The Australian versus the British.
That was good stuff. That was good stuff, French. That was a good bit. Props to you, buddy.
Levi has a crush on Natalie Portman. Who doesn't? Lavelle.
Okay. Lavelle.
Specifically, bald Natalie Portman in V for Vendetta.
Uh-oh. Anyways, what else do you want to talk about?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Hold on. Can we get a?
Oh,
guys. Oh my God.
Levi, you did kind of get owned by Star Wars.
You got so owned. Come on, Johnny. Give me a good one. Give me a good one.
It out.
Turn off the flash, you fucking moron.
I love you, HZ, whoever you are. I appreciate
we love you. Thanks for coming on the stream. Thanks for coming by.
Appreciate you.
Anyways, hold on. We can't keep us together. Anyways, what else? There was one more thing. Oh no, we already talked about it, right? Because it was the poster.
Thank you, HZ. We appreciate the engagement.
I hope the stars again for the second time. Yeah. Yep.
Imagine the clickbait thumbnail.
Yeah.
It was you, Brent. It was Brent who had on the flash.
What on the
in the video? Turn off the flash. The video, Johnny.
I'm saying.
Why do you say?
Are you talking about the trombone?
The
trombone.
So that was staged. No, I'm just.
That was a stage. That was an operation set up by. No, I'm just.
No, I am not gay. What is happening, HZ?
Did somebody ask that?
I don't know what's going on.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I like
Anyways,
HZ. HC is cool.
Yeah,
HC,
Brent.
thanks for. Yeah.
So put silver behind your yellow
Ooh.
logo. It's chrome silver, the new logo is in the booth. Oh,
That could look
Oh.
kind of cool.
fascinating. Good idea.
All right, I'll ask the commissioner.
Commissioner
Oh, you
Gordon.
know what? We should. Okay, you know these. I'm sorry. I was just about to get into like stuff we could talk about afterwards
I
Johnny,
act
your
innocent on purpose.
on purpose.
Yes, Johnny is my boyfriend.
Oh,
Who-
he cracked the code.
On Levi, me and Levi, or
It's me and
uh,
Johnny
me
and then
Dylan?
Ann. Who is Ann?
It's Ann. Who?
Ann.
Yeah, there's
I'm
an
dating
yeah.
Ann.
Ann's in the mix. Yeah, Levi's Levi's dating Ann. HG, we love you. Thanks for coming by.
Speaking of who I'm dating, you guys want to see what my girlfriend? She made me such a little. I put it in the Discord. But
Ann?
Look at Ann. Look what Ann made
Yeah.
me.
Let me see.
Look at this little card.
Wow,
Whoa, that's sweet.
she drew that. That's amazing.
Ann
That's
drew
cool.
it.
Wow, Ann.
HC, I'm actually 11, so
Yeah.
I mean,
And look at what
Alright.
Ann drew for me.
Alright,
She had a
alright,
little
alright.
card. It's
We've had our
it's
fun
it's
with
Ray
it,
and
too.
BB-8
Thanks for coming by, man.
from Force Awakens. Isn't that cute?
yeah.
Little.
Read the inside. Spill the.
No, I'm not gonna read it. What Ann said.
Okay.
She did write something, but you're
Why
not
did you ask that, Dylan?
Read the inside.
Jesus.
Why isn't Ann designing the new logo? I can't wait till
No way this kid has a GF. Joke's on you, HZ. I had a GF the whole time. Nuts.
I feel like someone that doesn't chat that's watching is named Ann is very confused.
Love you, Ann.
We love you, Ann. Levi, can you bow down to
I
Star
think
Wars here?
I can't tell. I think well,
I think
Flop a theory.
he's joking, guys. Don't be mean to him in the
I
comments.
think he is.
Even if he's not,
Maybe.
Okay,
I mean,
Lavelle, you gotta calm
It's
down.
hard. It's hard to tell
Lavelle, you
tone
gotta
from.
calm Lavelle.
No,
please.
no, Lavelle, don't bring it there. Please stop. Okay.
I hope
Anyways,
you're having
wow.
a good day, man.
What a weird way to end the stream, huh?
Hey, you want to bring? No, I was gonna say you want to bring people in, but I don't know with HG
Almost
lurking
like
around.
that.
I don't know.
I'm a little nervous about that at this point.
I'm very
so-
soft. HG, look at me. Look at my soft features. Would you like-
Okay. All right, Levi. Oh, let me see. Oh, hey, guess what? Another update. Another week of No Way Home trailer. So
Yeah.
that is that's a
What is
bummer.
that?
Johnny, are you a chick?
Dude,
What does
it-
this mean?
Dude, HG,
What does this mean?
I kind of want to let him call in. I feel like it'd be funny.
All right,
we
no,
gotta-
no.
I gotta go anyways. So
Nah, I'd be okay.
All right.
come
What if
by,
we-
come by
well,
during the bed.
what
Hey,
if we-
chat, what do you want to see happen? Because we have the control.
We have the power. All right. I'm gonna do it. I'm interested.
No, I don't.
You can step out. I'll do it. It's fine. Don't
We
worry
got to
about
do it for
I'll do
Ann.
All right.
All right, guys. We're gonna keep it very quick because we're tight for time. So we're gonna do like in and out, hi, bye question, and then sorry.
Here,
So that's
jump
what we're
in.
gonna do. So that is
Jump
there. It is.
Then HG.
No foul language, please, and thank you.
Shaking in my boots.
All right. Well, we'll wait a second, but I'm. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What do we?
Oh, there it is.
Hey. All right. Here's H.
All right. So HD, I'm just gonna give you a warning. If just keep it cool.
What's up,
You're
man?
fucking gay. Go suck a.
All
right.
So that's where we're gonna end
Nice.
the stream. Thank you, everyone. For
Nice. Very
That's
mature.
kind of what I expected. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
Woo! What a stream, huh? What do we? What is a good? What's a good?
man.
Those fries give yoga.
Give us
Woo.
a different one.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust
Yeah, you're not that guy.
You're not that guy, pal.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
Dude,
What a
dude, I've been owned. Today.
owned. Yeah. All right. Well.
I got owned.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Well,
I'm sorry.
What
All of you loyal viewers who actually are, enjoy listening to us for what we have to say. We appreciate you.
Appreciate you guys.
I appreciate everyone who listens. Quite honestly,
Yeah.
HC, if you're just a troll, I mean, I don't know if you actually
Hey.
are a big theory fan, but I hope you have.
Good
I
on
hope,
ya. Hey,
I hope you have a good day.
I hope you have a.
Um, Yeah. Thank you guys, though. This has been a fun one. I really enjoyed it.
I think we all can after the stream. We're all gonna take a nice.
The Polynesian spa.
Out weird.
So,
Take
that-
a nice
hit that
Polynesian
Polynesian
spa.
spa.
Gotta-
Take a nice one.
And we'll see you guys later.
See you guys next time.
Subscribe,
All right, buddy.
and stuff.
Bye, everybody. Oh, check out the Discord if you haven't, please. The Discord.